Hi, this is the Match Now with Sean channel. Hey!
Hello.
And it's actually something that me and Joe actually agreed on. Was that
Wow.
there's rumours.
That's not often.
Hello.
This is Match Now with Sean, and you see I've got two people beside me for a change.
Hey, Sean. Yeah, we should. Get him in here. Get him in. Come on. You got my man.
Yeah, it's a little bit of eye candy for you. Hello, this is Match Now with Sean, with your host Sean Healy. Been out enjoying a bit of sun. Seems you don't get it too much in Ireland. But yeah, I've been really getting out enjoying the weather today. But we messed around and I've seen a couple of rumours I want to talk about. So I'm going to do a quick little rumour roundup. The first one to talk about is Mauro Junior. He's a left back from PSV. He can play centre midfield as well, but he's mostly played left back this season. I think he could be a great backup. Yeah, I think a good backup for Goodmanson. Two of them can kind of, they're very similar, but it depends if Fark wants to use the squad properly this season. I think I got to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, have the players been good enough? The backup players have been good enough. I got to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I think if you get someone like Mario Junior in, I think he has to look at man managing it and playing both, swapping it around game by game, depending on who we're playing against. I think depending on injuries, stuff like that. He's good at pressing, making long passes, which kind of suits our style of play, or the Fark style of play, which is that pressing kind of getting stuck in, long passes, crossing. He's got 2 goals and 10 assists all season from left back. I think is a pretty good return for a left back. Gustafsson had similar stats. He's got similar stats, I think. I think it'd be a good upgrade on Byron, obviously. It'd be they're saying 17 to 20 million on the site I was looking at. But with these things, I'd take rumours with a pinch of salt. I'm gonna put the link in the description of all the sites that from the the 3 players I'm looking at. I seen from the 3 rumours I seen. Just from Sports Witness. I don't know if it's now a great site or whatever, but I just seen it and it intrigued me because I think we could play. They're saying 17 to 20 million, but could we do a deal with them with and get it reduced a little bit and send Pro the other way? Because Pro's said a couple of times that he wants to go back to Holland and the Dutch league. So maybe could be worth a shot. Get do the best for both parties. And I think it'd be a definite upgrade on what we have. The next one I'm going to look at is the one that everybody's talking about from the Wacko site. Georgie Ruder. Everybody's talking about it now at this stage. It's kind of got a bit of traction, and people are now talking on it. And those people are saying they'd have him back. I'd have him back in a heartbeat. Probably the best footballer for the football that I like since Pablo. Maybe even before Pablo, I think. Pablo's a different type of player. Pablo was more of a tricks, flicks. Um, Now I'm thinking of it. Maybe Rafinha's probably the other one that could just like Root, that can just go past 3 or 4 players and just breeze past them. There's times where Farkin said about Georgie that he needs to tone it down a little bit, which I disagree with. I think he's got it in his locker and he can pull it off. Brilliant. But when it doesn't come off, that's when you have the issue. Like I always remember his goal against Watford where he went breeze past 3 or 4 players and whipped one into down the line. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant player. Great to watch. But could they handle Rutter and stacking the one change around? I would want to be that. I want to be in the changing room, but I don't think I want to be trying to calm them two down. Like 2 kids that just love life, and I think they'd be great friends. I think they really get along very well, him and Stack. But yeah, that'd be some fun changing room, the two of them together. Uh, fuck it, bring back Aniowski as well, and finish the Three Musketeers. I think it'd be very, very interesting anyway. But yeah, like with Wacko, like most of these sites, it's been a pinch of salt. This is something that has got a bit of traction since. That'd be quite interesting if we did get Georgie back, because I think he'd fit in to the side very well, right behind DCL. I think they'd be looking at. I think they're looking at about 30, 25, 30 for Reuter. I don't think they're going to get it for much cheaper because of the type of player he is. And the fee they paid for him originally from us was 40. They want some of that money back, so I'm thinking maybe 30. I'm thinking 30 mil. If we can get it back, if we can do it, great. I think it'd be fantastic. Next one I'm looking at is Harvey Elliot. I think he'd be like Rutter, very good. Would suit the style of play we play. Was at Aston Villa, been at Liverpool. I think he's ready for that next step to a place that he can call home. Like we've done with Ampadu, like we've done with Rodon, where and Bogle to an extent, where they've been at a club in and out, loans and this and that and all the rest. Now they probably want to have the chance to settle down somewhere and make a name for themselves that way. Don James another one. There was that loan, there's a couple of loans and dilly died around, and now he's found himself a home. Will he be sold? Will DJ be sold in the summer? I would sell him in the summer, but that's not me. That's not my choice, but that's what I would do. As Liverpool have said from again another site that I've seen it. I'll put that in the link in the description. They said they'll be looking at 30, 35 million. which I think is about right. About right. So I think it's going to be a toss up. I think between Georgie and Harvey Elliot, who boy are going to be both because I think it'd be too much. So I'd probably go for Reuter because he knows the club more, and because I've seen him play for Leeds and he was amazing to watch. He's got such a little bright spark in him. Was gutted that he left. Was absolutely gutted that he left, but he had to do what he had to do. That's going to probably be it now for now. Hope you enjoyed the last couple of videos I've done, and keep liking and subscribing, and keep matching on with Sean.